Greetings, I'm Daniel Tal. I hope you're having a nice day. This is part 2 of the Sketchy styles. In this case, I'm going to actually show how we use Sketchy styles in SketchUp. Quick note, I built this model using the extension Urban Paint, which is right here. You can find that link in the description below, but it built this in minutes, which is great. First thing, we're going to work with 3 different menus in here. We're going to work with the default tray, so Windows, default tray. It's different on the Mac, I apologize, but I think you can find it. And I'm going to work with the styles menu and with the shadow menu. And I'm also going to work with the other styles menu. So if you right click over your menu bar and you click on styles, sorry, I have all these extensions in here. If you click on styles, it will open up this as well. And we're going to use all 3 of these. I'm going to start with the shadow tool first. I have use sun for shading checked, and I have light and the dark sliders turned to the right. That lightens up the model considerably. The next thing I'm going to do is these components right here need to be unhidden. Their edges all need to be visible. So in order for me to do that, I'm going to go into this and do triple click and unhide so the edges all show up. I'm going to do it for these components as well. The reason why is because SketchUp is going to pick up all the edges on these and show them as part of the style menu. So the more edges we have, the better. The stuff that doesn't have edges, we're not going to see. So I'm going to collapse this menu and I'm going to go to styles. This is your home menu. There's your default style. One thing to note, that styles, when you start using them, do impact performance and your video card and your GPU. So you need to be wary of that because you might notice a slowdown. I'm going to go to this pull down menu and I'm going to go to Style Builder Competition Winner. These are oldies but goodies. And I'm going to click on one of these styles. You could just see the effect that it's producing, right? There's a nice, really sloppy style. The trees aren't showing up, and we'll look at that in a second. The next thing I'm going to do with this styles menu is I'm going to click on Shaded. And now we can see the model surfaces again, and then we can see the trees. If I go to, I think, Edit on the Styles menu and say Add Level of Detail, it will start picking up more detail as it does it. Show you what that looks like there. But that's really one of the fundamental aspects of how to do this, is to make sure that you're playing around with this menu as well. So we selected the style and then went to the edit menu. You can adjust the level of detail in here, and you can actually add more information to this if you want to make this even more non-photoreal. The other thing that I like to do is to mute out the colors. And one of the things you'll notice is under my material picker, I don't have the color wheel. I use HSB. I like that one a lot more. It produces a much better result for me in terms of consistency. There you have what it looks like. Now, the most important aspect of this to recognize is that once you export this out, it's going to look different than what you see on the screen. That's just the way that it works. And so there is a little bit of experimentation when you try this. I'm going to set this to 2550 and then hit OK and hit export. And we will wait for it to produce the render for us. It shouldn't take it very long. There it is. And you can see you have to match it to what it's trying to do. But that's one style. There's a whole bunch of other styles. You can go back into the styles menu. You can pick a different style and then do the same thing again. If you want to turn on the textures, you can do that as well. And then export this out. And the level of detail for these trees actually should be showing up, but it's being a little bit finicky. I think I might know why. There's a couple of other settings in here that sometimes have to be, have to hit those again to make them work. In this case, you can turn this off as well, and you just have this. And another way of doing this, going back to shadows, is turning the shadows back on, darkening them up a little bit, and you have another kind of stylistic quality. You can go through a lot of different styles with this in terms of what it looks like. I'm gonna adjust the shadows so they move away from the camera more. And then I'll hit export again and we'll see what this looks like. I personally like these styles, and again, if you saw the previous video, there's other styles that we're experimenting with different tools that will eventually be released, but this is really one of the ways that we sometimes get some nice non-photorealistic styles out of SketchUp. You can see just some big differences there. It just really depends on the number of edges that you make available within the rendering. Hope you like what you see and hear. Please subscribe, share, and like this video, and have a continued good day. Thank you very much.